that shadow. And there, in the window. And there, in the bushes. Eh? Keep your eyes open.
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today. Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though.
Are you planning an invasion here, or what is this all about?
We're getting ready. There are things to do.
The kinds of things that can be done only with the sword?
I didn't want it to come to this. None of us wanted this. But Fergalosh is having our people's throats cut for trifles, quartering for a theft, hanging for a burglary. I guess he has fallen to Blackaraz, obsessed with justice. Tragic. And he's dragging his men with him. But not anymore! With your help we will eradicate this disease, my friend. Fergalosh must die!
I heard the Thorned Rose is selling black wine. Did you know about that?
Oh, yes. A profitable business. I hope Dolorosa has paid you your share.
It's not just about gold, Perel.
You know what? You're right. Dolorosa should show more respect. We'll have her flogged as soon as we're done with the guard.
Is that the whole story? You were once friends, right?
Chiron, don't you think I've tried everything? Don't you think I talked to Fergalosh? But all our deals, all our tacit agreements don't mean a thing to him anymore, and the Warunk he wants to create holds no room for the Kreutzer cartel. He's out of control, he's disturbing the balance of power, and it has got to the point where he doesn't even care about the law anymore. He lays them out however he sees fit. The Rondrians don't give a damn. The Margrave's people obey Fergalosh. We need to end this!
Perel, I need black wine.
What? For free? Do you know how many lives a keg of that costs? Silver to blood, the ratio is 1 to 10. And smuggling it into the city increases the price even more, and the only Warunkian vines grow in the yard of the Thorned Rose.
Then it's no problem.
My dear Chiron, even among the best of friends, nothing is free. Ready, Chiron?
You used to be more generous.
Well, you've really hit bottom, drinking black wine. What you do with your soul is your business, but this complete lack of style, you really disappoint me, Chiron. But still, we are allies, so take your brew and forget it. Any other questions before the battle?
You have taken hostages. Women and children, is that true?
A necessity. They keep the guard off our backs until we're ready for battle.
And after that?
Like I said, eradicate.
Why do you have so little regard for black wine?
Who tests the sharpness of their blade on their own finger, or the effects of poisoned weapons? Some things are just better left alone.
To be honest, I was just a little curious. I might want something different from my services instead. There's this sacrificial stone near the gate where visitors used to have to pay a blood toll. A bag of patina from that stone, that's all I want.
Ah, so it was only about the morbidity, I see. Well, you shall have that patina as a gift. But maybe that's not quite enough. When you fight, you should also be sure that you're fighting for me, you know?
Then I want the hostages. We can deal with the guard without that bargaining chip. And that will make us more popular in the neighborhood.
Again, that ambition I like in you. All right, my friend, we'll risk it.
This isn't just an assignment like the others. We will kill, and for no better reason than to kill. For participating in that, I want something more.
Dragon treasures, virgins. I'll come up with something for you as long as the guard has fallen by the end of the day.
Perel, we have a deal.
Can we get going?
I'm ready now.
Then it's off to the Thorned Rose.
No stupid looks neither.
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today. Hi there, sweetie. Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today. Did you hear what they did to Dolorosa? That's terrible.
Your money pouch to your shirts. I need to make it easy for the
That's enough blood.
Finally, you're here, Metropolitan.
We're not here to help you. You yourselves have chosen the law of the sword, and by that you will now be judged. Parel has won. He will choose the new plague bailiff. And Fergalos is defeated. Life, death, exile. Parel shall decide his fate.
No, you can't do that!
Not so fast, Metropolitan. Naturally, the victor is always free to temper justice with mercy.
Haven't you had enough, Margrave? Do you think these fools will ever make peace?
The balance of power was disturbed, yet with a little common sense, we can restore it. But as we all know, it is the victor who must decide.
Lucrative, certainly. What say you, my friend?
Banish him. Margrave, make a fresh start.
The office of Plague Bailiff started the dispute, an office which has brought Warunk naught but misfortune. It is hereby abolished. Yakon, mundane matters have kept your people from their real task for far too long, the protection of the city from foreign threats. As thanks, your church is to receive a new office. From this day on, you select the military bailiff. We learned a great deal from the massacre in the refugee camp. The necromancer's poisonous beliefs have seeped deep into our city. Metropolitan, you shall receive assistance. I hereby create the post of Black Bailiff, who, in Lord Boron's name, will combat everything the unholy Razazor and his minions left.
Clever. Very clever indeed, Your Honor.
Parel Notgelf, whatever your decision regarding Fergalos, without guards, we face chaos. Your methods were unusual, but serve the best interests of the city. Fill the office of tax bailiff from your ranks. Give trade the appropriate amount of freedom, and respect the law.
You heard him, dirt sucker. Mercy before justice. And now get out of here.
I praise your mercy!
Just leave it, Fergalos, for old time's sake. Chiron, my friend, my deepest thanks and gratitude for what you did for us. Your reward is waiting for you already.
This is a great day, not only for Warunk, but also for the hostages you freed. The future will show that you made a good decision. Of that, I'm certain.
There had been enough deaths in the feud between the Guard and the Kreutzer cartel. Margrave Zumadan considered the balance of power to be resolved for the moment. The cartel had triumphed, and the Guard never did regain its former strength. Fergalos retained his post, but found few recruits. Margrave Zumadan set up 3 new bailiffs. First, a tax bailiff, who was chosen by Parel. Second, a black bailiff, who took over the necromantic remnants on behalf of the god of death, Boron. The military bailiff came from the ranks of the Rondrians. This let Zumadan cement the balance of power in Warunk while allowing the Rondrians to save face. Although no one was completely satisfied, they accepted Zumadan's decision. Lasting peace in Warunk was worth it to them.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
Let us praise Parain the Merciful. Elevate your hearts.
What kind of demons run amok?
Now my brother's in jail, just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
Hard to believe. He was such a handsome fellow.
Sacrifice one of thine own blood, but they must needs choose their death of their own free will. This is the last part of the incantation. There is only one person who fits this description. He was easy to convince. Our father is a man of sense. Come to the Prios temple as soon as you read this. We are waiting for you. And hurry. If Azrael finds us, we will pay dearly for this.
Father. That's Kyra.
You want to prove yourself useful?
In the marketplace.
Whatever you do, do it with honor. See me when you have something to report.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray. When I saw my neighbor again later, he had this deep cut in his neck.
Ah, my favorite customer. Welcome.
we even know which end of a sword to hold?
Welcome.
There's not a
The
problem
deceiver
for which I
Gammat's
don't have the
heretical
right
cult has been crushed. In the same manner he damned the teachings of the 12 gods, so is his soul now damned as well. However, those who stood firm in their faith despite the challenges have returned. The Metropolitan is overjoyed to give the old Rondra temple to her reverend Skenla of Fernfield. With her does divine blessing return unto that house, that the sick and ailing may receive hope and healing, and that Mother Parade might in future bend her gracious eye down upon Warunk.
Who would have thought that those squabbles would come to a peaceful agreement?
And we're supposed to be getting some new bailiffs. Bureaucracy. That's all I'm saying. But if it helps the peace.
That's Cairo.
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
That's Cairo.
No one's allowed into the refugee camp. What kinds of demons run amok down there?
Those fighters. That's Chiron. He's the one who took that fire demon down.
refugee? What's he doing up here?
Those fighters. Recently, I was down in the market. The riffraff are allowed to move freely down there. Simply dreadful.
Those snobs in the upper town don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die in our own shit.
I thought the plague would take me.
Let us praise Parain
and
the
all thanks to
Merciful.
the Saviour from the...
Elevate your hearts.
Nah, they should have just knocked
In
Barrel's
Rondra's
bald
day,
old head off them.
the guards who you saw leaving Warrunk's gates did so at the behest of Metropolitan Yakon.
You want to prove yourself useful?
No more bloodshed between the cartel and the Warunkian guard.
Mission accomplished.
Whosoever ignores this
Well,
will
take
face
this,
the wrath
and may
of
Rondra be with
Rondra's
you.
sword. Swift and just.
That's Kyra, the one who annihilated that shadow demon in the marketplace.
I'm glad to be in here. I hear people in the West Town are rotting alive.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
One false move and I will stuff your blades down your throat.
Chiron, don't. It was my decision.
You put a spell on him so he didn't defend himself.
He is the last ingredient. There is no other way, Chiron.
I won't allow you to just be stabbed like some mangy mutt.
I'll be the last who has to die because of the awakened.
Be reasonable, Chiron. Don't destroy everything at the last moment.
You both knew all the time. That's why it took you so long to find this ingredient.
It wasn't easiest to wait until you had found all the others.
I trusted you, both of you.
Damn it, Chiron! Don't take away my only chance to make amends for my crimes against you all!
Chiron, Cassio, the whole happy little family together.
Azarel.
Now, don't be sad when I have to take an old friend of mine with me.
You think you'll get away with it? You are wrong!
What's to stop me from cutting off your head here and now?
Try it, Chiron. Maybe you are faster than my people. And maybe you'll even find our pretty little Calandra.
What have you done with her?
Calandra is developing marvelously. She is eager to learn, strong-willed, and loyal. My dear Cassio, I know you are versed in a variety of interesting games. Entertainment and deception, Mother. Two victorious sisters, both as edifying as they are beautiful. Certainly. Unfortunately, we agree that the most edifying part of this meeting is yet to come. I feel it. Your gifts crave union. And the arena is already prepared. Why don't you start with the union right now? Sooner or later, you will have to anyway.
I'd rather ram my weapon into my chest myself.
Come on, Chiron. Otherwise it will be too boring.
What?
Mother is right. Draw your weapon.
Are you crazy?
No, I am an awakened. I kill you, you kill me. It makes no difference now.
If that's how you want to die, then come here.
You'll get more than you hoped for, Chiron. Here's to a good fight.
And again, the powers of the gifts unite. I look forward to our reunion, Chiron.
I'll laugh in your dead face, and soon. Damn soon.
Well, not just yet. Calandra has to get a little rest first. Unions are demanding, as you know.
How many awakened has she already had to kill for you, Azrael?
Maybe one, maybe two. Anyway, your next meeting will be under the sign of the first paladin. Until then, all the best, my child. Prepare yourself carefully. You sure showed me, didn't you?
You left me no choice.
I know. Everything went according to plan.
What are you talking about? What plan?
My second secret. Sacrifice one of thy own blood. But they must needs choose their death of their own free will. I had already accepted that before you had even drawn your weapon.
The summoning. What would you have done if you had won?
Hoped that you would do the same for me. But I won't ask you about it.
Azrael knew.
That I would sacrifice myself for you and your stupid Calandra. No, something like that would never even enter her infinitely wise little head. She trusts her persuasiveness too much. But you can't preach freedom and enforce obedience. And that is what Zul'Goroth will teach her.
You shouldn't talk anymore.
Never mind, Chiron. The Dark Mother is stronger than Zul'Goroth. She will take me in. I'm looking forward to it.
Shit.
If you knew how many people I've tortured and killed, this would be easier on you. Come here. I'll reveal my first secret. Zul'Goroth's true name. Just remember, we can win. And one more thing for your little Calandra. That new armor she wears. And now, drag me into that cursed circle.
Stunned, Chiron stared at Cassio's lifeless body. Never before had a stranger sacrificed themselves for him on his own. Her trust in his ability to defeat the demon and thereby save Cassio's soul must have been unshakable. Her trust, or her hatred of Azrael, all was prepared. If Chiron wanted to defeat the Borberadian and save his father, if he did not want to be doomed to kill the woman he loved, there was but one thing he could do. Just what Azrael had done decades ago, when she gave the awakened demonic powers and pledged their souls for it. Chiron lit the candles. He strode into the circle of protection and said the magic words. At Oki Orok Zul'Goroth, Og Saraminja Ides, Raki Zul'Goroth.
Mortal, who are you to drag me into this sphere?
You should know me. I'm Chiron.
Chiron, how nice that we finally get to meet in person.
I know your true name, demon. You will serve me.
Certainly, Master, certainly. Forgive my disrespect. Please accept this gift, a new set of armor as a sign of my submission.
Do not think you can escape my circle so easily.
Forgive me, Master Chiron. I didn't mean to surprise you. What is your command?
Our common enemy, Azrael. Kill her!
Oh, You do have no idea how I'd love to do just that. But as long as our contract exists, she is protected from my anger. With the power of the gifts, a mortal such as yourself can subdue her. And as for the contract, there is a solution. Please, give me a different command.
Break your pact with Azrael. Release the souls of the awakened.
Master, that is not in my power. I am bound by a contract with your enemy, Azrael. I cannot change that from my sphere. 6 of her 7 souls are mine. Nothing will ever change that, especially since you have nothing to offer that's not already half mine. And 5 of those souls already serve me. Please, give me a different command.
I want to see Calandra. Bring me to her, alive and well.
Nothing simpler, Master Kylon. I hear and obey, but I like you. Therefore, Master, you shall receive an additional service. Please, give me a different command.
It is my destiny to become the first paladin, and I want it now.
Do you really, Master? That would mean victory for your enemy, Azrael. The first paladin will remain her creature for eternity, and to do so, you would have to kill Calandra. There is another way that you would like better. Please, give me a different command.
The need to kill attached to the gifts must end. Extinguish the Awakened's need to murder one another.
You want to be able to transfer the gifts freely without having to kill one another. I like that, Master. And I can make it happen. But for that, I must ask something in return.
I should have known. What do you want?
The kidnapping your father once performed ripped some holes in Azrael's contract with me. She tried to fix them with 7 seals. I'm bound to them, as you are, but I can act more freely than she thinks. I will lift you through the spheres. I give you the power to break the seals. Once that is accomplished, your need to kill will be lifted forever.
What happens once the seals are broken?
The need to kill will end immediately. You, awakened, will be able to transfer your gifts as and when you see fit, should you so wish. That would even give rise to the first paladin.
You want me to break those seals. That's all.
Is that so surprising? You will humble my enemy, and you will destroy the contract that torments us both.
What's the catch? What effect does the destruction of the seals have?
Your distrust hurts me, Master. I give you freedom. And as if that were not enough, you have received the best of all armors, and your gift will become even more powerful. Master, we use the same force. We have the same goal. And you'll finally see Calandra again. Trust me.
I'm ready. Take me to the seals.
I hear and obey, Master. Prepare for a long trip through the limbus.
Little advice. Never travel with demons. It's worse than swimming in a lake of acid.
Oh, you damn fool! It really is you! Come to me!
You are more beautiful than ever.
Oh, the armor? Don't worry, it has nothing to do with the gift. Or, not directly. It's a symbol. For my people.
You have people?
Some would even call it a retinue. But we haven't caught Azrael yet. We'll leave her for last.
Kalandra, what's going on here?
Revolution, Chiron. The end of the old, the beginning of liberation. I'm so glad you're here. Together we will prevail. Zul'Goroth's gifts will not succeed in dividing us.
The need to kill. Azrael's plan to use us to create the first paladin. You know about it.
Azrael taught me a lot, more than was good for her. I had to do terrible things for her. Yet she instructed me in demonology, in blood magic, and in the teachings of Saint Borbarad. That truth stands above everything. The fact that we are free, and that we can even overcome gods and archdemons if our will is strong enough. Every human a mage. Imagine how the world might look if Borbarad's promise were to come true. Total freedom.
And the eternal struggle, like the gifts we have to bear, and we're unable to choose.
That was Azrael's first mistake. Her second mistake was that she wanted to force me to worship Borbarad, and I feared that would cost me my soul for all eternity. But her third mistake will be her downfall. Every believer must promise his soul to Borbarad. They thereby enter into a pact with a demon, probably Amazaroth the Deceiver. The pact is needed to learn blood magic, but there is a way to break it. Azrael knows it, and she keeps it secret, and it gives her power over Borbarad's disciples. But this knowledge is every man's right, every human a mage. Never again should anyone have to sell their soul to a demon for that promise. That's what we're fighting for.
We've changed.
The gifts have made us stronger.
And they have become even more powerful. Eventually they will dominate us.
We will not kill one another, Chiron. We will be stronger, simply because we must.
My gift has become very powerful. Zul'Goroth seems to see me as some sort of murder weapon. How has your gift developed?
Remember that portal in Moloch Mountain? My gift let me open it. Since then I've learned much about magic, about demons and portals. Large portals. Powerful portals to other spheres. I can open them and pass through them. Once Zeran led the Borbaradians. He called himself Portifex Maximus, the greatest portal opener. That is now my calling.
Then you could just transport yourself into Azrael's headquarters.
Unfortunately, no. The Sanctum is protected from my portals, probably also part of her contract with Zul'Goroth.
Borbarad's dogma, what are its exact words?
As Alvaranian of the Forbidden Knowledge, Borbarad is revered by those who refuse to be forbidden to think. His ideal is freedom, but only a strong mind will attain complete freedom. And a strong mind comes only from a strong will.
And there are no limits to this ideal of freedom.
Your freedom ends where your will ends, and your will opens the forbidden gates. Who passes those gates can achieve anything.
You mean blood magic, spells with your own blood or with the blood of others?
In the name of justice, the old gods distributed magic completely arbitrarily. Borbarad's spells make people more equal.
And encourages them to fight constantly. Our gift's a prime example.
The law of the world, the eternal struggle. Only through it is there development. Only through it does each give their best.
3 awakened had to die for my gift to grow. Is what Azrael says true? That we're the last 2?
We are. My gift had to grow as well.
And their souls?
Zul'Goroth will have claimed them. the price of your and my power.
They were our brothers and sisters, at least some of them.
That doesn't matter. Not for you and me either, my love. Morality is what we declare to be true. Father never understood that.
You're right.
I know.
I summoned Zul'Goroth. Cassio revealed his true name to me.
So, Cassio, I see. And you're the one who was victorious in your struggle. Or did she reveal the true name out of the milk of human kindness?
She died so that I would not have to fight you. For an end to the awakened struggle. The true name was part of that plan.
That was truly noble of her. Did the plan succeed?
Zul'Goroth told me that there are 7 seals in this monastery. I must destroy them all to break his pact with Azrael. Then we will no longer have to kill each other. We'll be able to share our gifts as we please.
The seals! I knew it! This is the answer! Chiron, I have to speak with Segal. Who, where, why... I'll explain that all later.
Hey, that's a little fast.
I love you, Chiron, but this is really important. Please be patient and look around my camp a little. The next attack by Azrael's people will come soon. Maybe you can help us to secure the outpost. My people will adore you once they've seen you fight. We'll meet back here when you're done. I'll see you soon, Chiron.